This is the tab that goes on top of the glass for it and do a precise fitting cutout. Big enough to stick your hand through here if you need to. Hey guys, this is Tyler with Top Lids. We're here with a magnificent CADE tank. This is the first CADE tank I've ever seen in person. And it looks magnificent. It's some of the clearest glass that I've ever seen on a tank. And I wanted to showcase kind of a special lid project, show how Top Lids fits on top of CADE tanks. And also a few things on here that are a little bit different than what we've shown you before. So here is this client's lid. He has a two-piece lid because this is a 5-foot CADE tank. It's a 1500. And any tanks that are over 4 foot long, we always do in 2 pieces at least. And then if you have a 4-foot tank, we can also do 2 pieces if you like. But this is 5-footer, so it's in 2 pieces. And I've shown you guys how to put these lids on before, but just in general, you grab it on the right side and on the left side, kind of towards the front, get a firm grip on it. This tab right here, this hazed portion that looks kind of smoked, this is the tab that goes on top of the glass, or in this case, on the top of the ATO chamber back here, because the CADEs have the back ATO chamber. So what I'm gonna do to fit this on is, you have the tab here, I'm gonna have the tab fit on the ATO chamber first, and then everything else should just lay in place. So if you wanna watch how I'm doing this, I also need to make sure that I'm gonna get in this hose cutout there. And there's a cord, there we go. And then it should just lay in nice and neat like that afterwards. So I'll talk about this side more in a minute, but I'm gonna put the right side on now. Same thing. Gonna grab right, left side, go over. There's an auto feeder on this side and a few cords. So I'm gonna fit them down like that. The two unique things about this lid is, if you want to come over to this left side, this hose cutout. So if anybody has a hose for a UV sterilizer or other equipment that they just want to run right into the tank, then basically we'll do custom measuring for it and do a precise fitting cutout, just like that. Obviously he's got some light mounts here. And the other thing is this plank feeder over here. So this feeder's from Avast Marine. This is actually my favorite type of feeder. It's got a really big drum on it. And the really unique thing is it has a tube that premixes the food to make it easier to disperse down into the water, so it's not floating in the top where it can go down the overflow. And we can basically do any cutouts for auto feeders. This one's pretty simple, it's just a box. And I'll figure out how to take this off in a minute, but essentially we have an insert door that you can place on top of the cutout, so that if you don't want to see this up here all the time, you want to clean up the top of the tank, you only use it when you're on vacation, you can take this off, place the auto feeder insert door, is what they're called, place that on top, and then it'll cover the cutout so no fish can jump, right? So that's pretty much the basics of this lid. I'll show you guys the feed doors. So we got feed doors like this, right? Pretty standard. They're nice and screened, you're not gonna have condensation. If this client needs to access the tank, this is big enough to stick your hand through here if you need to, and reach into the tank. And then other than that, we just have the light mounts back here, which come standard with any lid. Whichever light mounts you have, do a precise cutout around those. The main thing with CADE, and this client did not decide to do this, he didn't need to, but a lot of times you're kind of forced in a way to use a horizontal light bar because the back is an ATO chamber and it has a cover. So if somebody had lights that they wanted to mount in the back of the tank, so they didn't have this big bar up here, then we can essentially replace the ATO cover with just a cover that we make that has the cutouts in it, right? So as soon as another client does one, we visit, I'll show you guys that, but that is an option that you can ask us about. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Just a quick overview of this CADE tank. I appreciate this client letting me come in and take a look at it and install this for them. And it was a great project to work on. If you have any questions, if you have a CADE tank or really any other tank, Waterbox, Red Sea, Innovative, or even custom tanks, visit toplids.com. There's live chat in the bottom right, so you can talk with us, or there's a phone number in the top, in a little bar on the top that you can call or text us. We'd love to chat with you, and chat with you soon.